We're all ladies here today. It's Wonder Woman Wednesday. And speaking of a Wonder Woman, for our guest discussion, we are joined by Mounfiq Raiyan Abu, founder and CEO of Raiyaninspires Consulting, as well as a leadership and mindset reset coach. I love that, mindset reset coach. She's also an author and a speaker. It's great to have you in the building with us.
It's so great to be here.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Now, I know
Thank you so much for having me.
You have an incredibly busy schedule. You work with some really amazing women who are doing great things.
Yes.
And it does seem like women like that seem to have it all figured out, put together, you know. So what are you inspiring these women for again? What sort of inspiration? So it just kind of feels like me that I'm still trying to climb. I'm looking for inspiration, but there's some women that are already in a place I would like to be.
Yeah.
But they also need inspiration as well. So talk to us about that.
You know, women, we have the habit of really focusing on the optics, the external.
Sure.
We have our wigs, we have our nice handbags and our nice outfits. But the struggle of women is more mental and emotional and mind related because of how we've been raised, generations after generations, because of culture, because of certain traditions and societal obligations and also stereotype. So a lot of women have those personal struggles. They want to, most of them just show up looking put together, but they all struggle with low self-esteem. They feel voiceless in certain situations, so they struggle with confidence as well. They also struggle with leading themselves. Most women, yesterday, my daughter graduated from her master's program.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I was so surprised to notice that most of the graduates were women. Wow. So very few men. So you would notice we are more educated. We strive for excellence, but where are the leadership positions for women?
Interesting.
Where are the things that women are in the helm of compared to our other gender? So while we look all put together on the outside, we have those internal struggles and all those other things I've mentioned that is holding us back. So that's why I support them, helping them to reframe their mind, helping them to build their self-esteem again and be able to adopt that new identity that will enable them own not just what is on the outside, but also come out on the inside too.
It's actually interesting because the things you listed, they sort of lean towards a kind of adversity. And nobody really assumes that women that look put together have any type of adversity, right? But then I feel like for people like you who decide to take on this mantle, this responsibility, you must have had a story or an adversity moment of your own. I could be wrong, but please share.
So many. I can only mention a few because of time. Usually, like I was in the banking industry, I started my banking career when my firstborn was less than a month old, just like 2 weeks old. That is adversity on its own because as a new employee, you need that time to integrate and you also need maternity leave, but I didn't qualify for that. That's an adversity on its own. I was the first person to come to the office and the last person to leave. And I was in the industry for 13 years. I raised 4 children biologically, 2 adopted children, 6 of them. So at some point I had a meltdown. I was burnt out. I was overwhelmed. I was stressed. You know, I was just a shadow of who I was. But outwardly, you won't know. I'm wearing my heels, I'm wearing my nice outfits, and I'm trying to put it together. We're always faking it till we make it, but actually internally we are struggling. So that is how I learned that you need to be able to find a way to sync every aspect of your life, your work, your marriage, your children, and everything in a way that you will be able to do it without burnout. And that's why I went on a journey getting coaches, learning, you know, enrolling for courses to enable me find a way out. And I found something that I'm now giving to these women to be able to optimally perform.
So you went for coaching and then became a coach.
Yes.
You know, because you recognized these struggles.
Yes.
Which is fairly relatable when you think about it. You had children to take care of and a career to build. But then I'm thinking about the fact that women today are exhausted. Sometimes I'm exhausted and I try to sort of put myself in denial. I need to know if we're doing all of this to feel more valuable or to feel more recognized. I don't know. What is the consensus among people you've been speaking with? Why are they doing this?
doing their work,
no,
or
pushing so hard to do everything.
Yes, yeah, that's true. We are just trying to prove something to ourselves, but women we are more natural. You know, we like to nurture. We want to put our best foot forward in everything we do. So we take that habit into our careers. Sure. But we burn out because we cannot give out from an empty cup. I think it's just the way we are raised to be subservient. But we need to look within ourselves. We need to listen to ourselves. We need to. The body records everything. That's why you burn out, but you still want to keep going. Sure. So you need to understand how your body works. You need to understand your mental, how your mind is working, how you're thinking, and all of that to be able to monitor how you show up every day. And that's why I call myself a life sync expert. Okay. So that's what I teach women, to be able to navigate the different aspects of their lives, still be productive, but without burnout.
That's so key.
Yes.
Being productive without burnout. I don't know if that exists.
It does exist there, but there's a system to it.
There's a system to it. You've called it life sync.
Yes.
To synchronize basically different aspects of your life. Powerful. Now, you even have a book, the Life Sync Blueprint. We should talk about this on one of our book chat conversations maybe sometime soon. Yes. But these principles, this synchronization you've put together a blueprint for, it feels like not a lot of people, want to pick up a book to read about it. Yes. Have you had opportunities to, bring women together, talk about it at length? Yes, of course. I started that last year with the Life Sync Experience. So with the Life Sync Experience, we show people how to synchronize every aspect of their life so that they can be able to attain productivity without burnout. So last year, we did it for the first time, the Mother's Day edition, because I'm particular about mothers. Oh, of course. Because working mothers have so much more on their plate than single women that are working, at least until they get married and have kids, and they have more on their plate. So we do it Mother's Day edition, and funny enough, we just finished our second edition just this past Saturday. And the theme for this second edition was from self-worth to wealth and well-being. Worth, wealth, and well-being. Wow, powerful, powerful. I have to say, thank you for everything you do. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story and putting together this blueprint. I know that there's someone out there right now who needed to hear this, that yes, you seem all well put together, but you might need a mindset reset coach, or at least a life sync blueprint to help you figure everything out. Thank you so much. You're an inspiration. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Now, it's a deep thing to go through all these things alone, but then when you finally overcome some things and you decide to help others, it's even more amazing. I have to say thank you to you for coming to the show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. That was Mounfiq Raiyan Abu here. And that conversation is one I would love to hear your comments on. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know.